Hello, I'm teacher Karina, and I'm here to share some information with you about Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria was Queen of Great Britain from 1837 to 1901, the longest reign of any other British monarch in history.
To her subjects, Victoria seemed grim and forbidding, though in private she could be different.
I remember a conversation I was having once with her granddaughter, and I said, did the Queen smile much? Because one always sees this rather grim visage. Smile, she said. She had the most radiant, beautiful smile.
The young Victoria was happy, high-spirited, and madly in love with her husband, Prince Albert, whom she married in 1840. Albert came from Saxe-Coburg-Gotha, a dukedom near Nuremberg, Germany, about the size of the state of Rhode Island. Members of the British royal family had to marry other royals, and in Victoria's time, Germany was the obvious place to look. The country was divided into a host of small states, each with its own royal family.
It was a federation of princes. There were ones in Saxony, there were kings in Bavaria, there were dukes in Württemberg, later kings, there was Hanover, there was Prussia. They became obvious candidates for intermarriage.
Victoria and Albert's descendants would take his name and become the House of Saxe-Coburg-Gotha, but their Germanic origins would later cause them severe difficulties. In the first 17 years of their marriage, Victoria bore her husband 9 children. The oldest, Edward, the Prince of Wales, would be the first monarch from the new dynasty. His parents wanted him crammed with knowledge to prepare him for his awesome responsibilities.
He was going to be there without any blemish, without any faults. Well, they force-fed him, they gave him this terrible education, and he simply didn't have the mental capacity to cope with this. He wasn't really bright enough.
Increasingly, the young prince found his parents stuffy and boring, and in 1861, at the age of 19, he was sent off for a brief spell of military training. While he was at an army camp in Ireland, some of Edward's fellow officers got a young woman to creep into his bed one night. When Prince Albert found out, he was furious and resolved to confront his son.
He wrote a long letter, page after page, berating this poor Prince of Wales. Then he went to go and see him at Cambridge, where he was studying. And they had a little chat about all this, and then he forgave him for his transgressions. And then Albert went home, he got caught in the rain, and he got ill.
2 weeks later, Albert died of typhoid. He was just 42, and Victoria was distraught at losing him. She had a spectacular memorial built and went into public mourning for the rest of her life. For a long time, she felt her son's frivolity had killed the love of her life.